What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another client interview. Today, we're with one of our clients who's been absolutely killing it on our program. His name's Rick. So, Rick, welcome, man. How you doing?
Good, Oliver. Thank you. Hey, Lloyd.
Hey Rick.
We got Lloyd here as well. So, yeah, it's been awesome to have you on our program, Rick. I know when you initially came to us, there was kind of like quite a few challenges you were kind of coming, under and having. So, yeah, do you just want to give a bit of an overview about yourself? Some of the initial kind of reasons you decided to kind of jump on this program.
Yeah, so when I started, I was probably, 20, 25 pounds overweight, eating whatever I wanted to eat and just kept on progressing about 5 pounds a year in my I figured if I didn't cut it off, I was going to look like my dad someday with, the big belly and such and I never really had a personal trainer before, even in person or online. I did, I've done Ironmans and marathons and stuff like that, but I always kind of trained by myself. And obviously, over the last 10 years, it wasn't working too well for me. So um, I decided to reach out to Oliver and Lloyd and see if I could put together some sort of a plan to work on my weight, not only around my waist, but around my upper body as well, my chest area. And also started to, lose some strength as I got older. I'm, over 50 now. So wanted to incorporate not only the, eating better, but also the weight um, program, not to get, bulky or anything like that, but more or less get lean and get back to going from a large back to a medium size and feel better about myself and sleep better. And so I started probably about, I don't know, Oliver and Lloyd, you can help me out with this. Probably about 5 months ago is when I started the
Yeah,
program.
5, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say within 2 months, I was probably down half the weight of what I wanted to lose. Extremely consistent on eating, monitoring my calories, getting in my steps, which was key for me in the first 3 months. I mean, every day I was pounding the pavement trying to get my steps in, even when I didn't want to. And then I would work out consistently, 3 days a week at the bare minimum, sometimes four. Never missed a workout. And that, really all up until last week, I really haven't missed one workout. I think I missed leg day last week, but just because of travel. But I think the consistency of the program of eating better, tracking calories, getting your steps in, and getting the 3 4 days a week of workouts. It's really a no fail kind of program, right? So if you do that, you can't go wrong in regards to losing weight. I mean, and getting stronger, really. So not only did I lose weight, but I also gained strength, right? So I could just tell from one of my initial weight training that I was doing, the weights I was able to push and pull and stuff, and a lot of them I've doubled, and I never really hit it too hard, but I wanted to make sure I never got injured, since I haven't been lifting weights for a while, and I think taking it gradual was good for me, um, and that everything, weight started coming off and inches started to be, losing inches, and also just gaining strength. So I couldn't be happier with the program, to be honest with you. I'm exactly where I want to be, and it took me, less than 6 months. So
That's amazing, man. Yeah, it's been great. And what was been the drop in weight since you started? It's about 20, 25 pounds, right? And
yeah,
then
I would
you've added
say right
muscle
about
as well.
there. Yeah, I think I'm probably down 20 right now, but I think the most was like around 25. I was from my ultimate high, I'm probably down 30 pounds from the highest I ever, recorded my weight. But from when I started the program, I got down, I think 24, 25 pounds, and now I'm probably 21, 20 pounds thereabouts,
Man,
um,
that's great.
which is great. It wasn't completely easy in regards to eating, because when you're used to eating about 3,000 calories a day, to go down to 2,000 to 1,800, it's pretty tough. But you get used to it over time, right? So you do go to sleep at night and you're like, darn, if I could just put some more calories in my stomach, I wouldn't feel all these grumblings going on. But long term it's going to pay off. And now I'm to the point where I can push up my calories and still maintain the weight that I want to be at. So it it's definitely worth the price. And it's not a 3-year program. For me to get to where I needed to be, it was only, 3-4 months, and I was pretty much almost right where I wanted to be.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, like you said, it's just like a system to follow, right? Like once you do the workouts, the walk-in, the food, and you mainly stay consistent. And I think that's the main thing that people miss is the consistency. If you stick that out for like 3-4 months, the results then are just great when you look at it over that kind of period. And you mentioned you saw some other benefits as well, Rick. So you've got the weight loss and things which are great. What other things were you kind of seeing improvements in as well? You mentioned sleep and things like that as well.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing for me is getting a consistent 8 hours of sleep. I've never been a great sleep guy myself, so it's getting better. I think that's gonna be a work in progress, and who knows if I can ever get it to 8 hours of sleep. But some days are better than others. But I'm definitely sleeping better, just not as where I want to be. And um, you know, who knows? There's a lot of factors involved in that, obviously, but it is definitely improved. It's not where I want to be, but that might take me more than 3 or 4 months to get there. That might be a year, 2, 3 year progress to figure out where it works out best, right? So there's a lot of other factors there that room temperature and the mattress quality and a lot of different things that I can work on. Not having young children would help, obviously. So
Yeah.
um, there's a lot of factors there, but it has improved. It's not exactly where I want it to be, but it's definitely improved.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. And you mentioned there, like, obviously you've got kids and family and stuff. So how did you find balancing, like, I guess the program with that and, going and traveling and things like that?
Yeah. So in regards to fitting it all in, I would, I'm pretty dedicated in regards to making sure I fit everything in. So sometimes I would, I guess the first 2 or 3 months, I would be working out at 9 o'clock at night. Um, and I would be walking steps in between my sets just to try to get my steps in. Now I'm not doing as many late night workouts because it's so dark, so early. But for the first 2 or 3 months, I would literally be downstairs in my basement. I don't have access to a gym where I live. I live on an island, so I have all free weights. And I was able to accomplish the program with just free weights alone, right? So you don't necessarily have to join a $100 gym in order to get it done. Um, but I had a bench and I had free weights up to 55 pounds, and I could literally when the kids got put to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, I'd run downstairs and get in an hour workout and come back tired and get some water in me and get a protein shake in me and go to bed. So traveling is a hard part, I would say. I would always try. I usually travel 3, 4, 5 days at a time. So if I have 3 or 4 workouts to get in, I try to jam them in the beginning of the week before I leave, and then maybe try to sneak one in when I'm on my trip, or wait when I get home before the end of the week. I try to fit one in. So I also I did have my daughter. We were working out a little bit together back in Chicago, just because we were trying to fit the workouts in for me. And it was just trying to make it a priority, right? So it's one of my priority things I had on my list every day I had to do, and one was get my exercise in. So the food is a daily thing, but the exercise, you have to schedule it in and just get it done, and don't make any excuses, right? So you just get it done when you can get it done.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, you're completely right.
I think I had a little bit of benefit just because I trained for Ironman for so long, right? So I did that for 5, 6, 7 years, where I never missed a training day, right? So I would do 2, 3 training. I do a bike swim or a bike run or whatever every single day, and I'd never missed workouts, and I could see the progress. So I knew by staying consistent that the results would take care of themselves.
Hmm. Absolutely, man. Yeah. And Lloyd, have you got anything else to add to that from the work you've done with Rick?
Yeah, so to be honest with Rick, it was fairly easy, right? I set him up, I programmed him, um, and that was it. Rick just did everything I told him to do. He did the workouts, like you mentioned. He didn't skip workouts. He stuck to his calories. He was tracking. We'd jump on the calls, and he would tell me that he's just about to go do an evening workout. Is it okay to do the evening workouts? And I said, absolutely. If that's when you need to get it done, then that's when you get it done. And we knew that was the case, especially like you said, in those first kind of 2 months, it was a big lifestyle change and a big kind of like habit switch up. And that's the main thing. And like you said, Rick, and touched upon, like this isn't kind of like a get fit quick program. What this program does is it teaches you the habits and it teaches you like the lifestyle changes that you need to do in order to set yourself up for the future, right? So you can go away after this program and you can just keep doing some of these things. They don't have to be the most complex things in the world as long as you follow the basic principles. And it's pretty hard to undo all of this stuff, right? So that's what Rick's done really well. He's just, done his workouts, he tracked his food. Now he's in a position where, he doesn't need to be tracking food, as rigorous as he is or as he was, a few months ago when he was first starting. He can get away with kind of being a little bit more loose with it as long as he's doing his workouts and he's still getting his steps in. He's going to be good, and that's kind of where Rick was. And as a coach, he's fantastic to manage because he just did what I told him to do. So
That's so awesome, man. Definitely. Yeah. One of the clients I think that really sticks to the process and follows it and trusts it. And when clients do that, that they see the results at the end, which is awesome. So Rick, where would you let's say I don't know, some potential client is thinking about joining this program. What would your maybe advice be to them regarding like, they're a bit scared about starting, like what would your advice be to them?
It's a good question. I think it's well worth the money to do it. You know, I think without a program, it's probably going to fail, right? So I think you just have to get over the hurdle of taking that first step and getting it done for the first 3 months. If you can sign up for 3 months, I guarantee if you follow the program, it's gonna pay off. You might not be 100% of the way there, but you're gonna be 50 to 75% of the way where you probably want to go, unless you're trying to lose 100 pounds, right? If you're trying to lose 30 pounds, you can probably knock off 15 to 20 pounds in the first 3 months by just being consistent without overdoing it, without doing 1,000 calories a day or something crazy. So um, I truly believe that if you put the money in to get the program set up right, that you're gonna get the rewards um, through the investment that you're making in yourself, right? So I mean, I spent a lot of money on a lot of different things, and what's more important than your body and staying fit the rest of your life. So I have young kids, and when I'm 70, my kids are going to be 20, right? So I have to stay young for them because I'm going to be looking like a grandpa when all the other kids are going to have their parents sitting around. So a lot of the adults that are 35, 40, they're going to look out of shape, and I'm going to be in nice good shape when I'm 70. So I just have to stay them, right? It's for me, but it's also for my kids. So I would just say don't be afraid to put the money in for yourself, right? So um it's a great investment into yourself, and it works. There's no doubt about it.
Amazing. I love that, Rick. And yeah, you definitely want to be the jacked grandpa, as you're older and,
Yeah.
looking good. So
Right. At least my wife will hopefully think that way, right? So
amazing. Well, Rick, thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. You've achieved some great results. Thank you for your consistency and your hard work. And, we're looking forward to continuing, with you and finishing things off. So yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we round off?
nope, I think we're good. But
Awesome.
thanks a lot, guys, for all your help and the program and the training. It's obviously paid off.
Anytime, dude.
absolutely.